Hello students, welcome to UPSC Main Simplified PYQ series, and today we will start the questions on Indian society. So we will start from 2025 question paper. So let's start. See, the very important thing about the questions on Indian society is that after seeing the questions, you will get an idea that these things are from our general life only. I mean, UPSC में ऐसा कोई भी question नहीं होगा where you can say that I cannot write anything on this. For example, the recent question of 2025, it was related to fast food industry. So see, you cannot say that I cannot write anything on fast food industry, or for that matter, the question on globalization. It was also asked in 2025. So every student can write anything. Every student can write at least 2 or 3 points related to topic which is asked in the question. But the main challenge is that you have to organize your content in a structured framework, right? So important thing is topics are well known, but the challenge is you have to create a proper framework for your answer. Okay, so now see the topics like globalization, the topics like tribal society, or the challenges faced by tribal in India. Okay, so these all topics are repeated year after year. Either question can be on globalization, or the question can be on the impacts of globalization, the question on the tribal society, or the question on the displacement of tribals, or question can be on rehabilitation of tribals. So very, very general points which are in the syllabus only. UPSC asks question on those things, but the very important thing of questions on Indian society, UPSC never asks the direct questions. For example, now UPSC will never ask what are the impacts of globalization. No. You see, there are various impacts of globalization. There are various positive and negative impacts. So UPSC will give one of the impact, and now you have to discuss how this impact is related to globalization. Okay, so the same thing we are going to see in our next question. See, please read the question clearly. The question says, do you think that globalization results in only an aggressive consumer culture? ओके, सो ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको ग्लोबलाइजेशन का कंटेंट नहीं पता. यू हैव ऑलरेडी रेड अबाउट द ग्लोबलाइजेशन एंड 1, 2, 3, 4 दीज आर द इम्पैक्ट्स ऑफ ग्लोबलाइजेशन. But now, aggressive consumer culture is one of the impact of globalization. Okay, so the question is on one of the impact. It's not like you have to write complete answer on the impacts of globalization. So these are the 4 impacts. So for example, the fourth impact I have already read about aggressive consumer culture. So my complete answer will be on this. Okay, so see, from today we will do one thing. Before creating the framework of answer at first place, first of all, we will write all the random points which are coming in your mind, because the topic is on globalization and we have to relate it with aggressive consumer culture. Okay, so first of all, we will write all 3-4 points which you think that this is aggressive consumer culture. Why I am saying this? Because you have to justify your answer. And for justification, you have to provide the examples. Okay, so first of all, let's discuss briefly what is globalization. So everyone knows what is globalization. See, globalization is a phenomena through which world is connected. All the countries in the world are connected and they are interdependent on each other. So how they are connected? They are connected socially, they are connected culturally, also they are connected economically. So this is the basic simple definition of globalization, and everyone knows this definition. Now let's discuss what is aggressive consumer culture. See, aggressive consumer culture is a kind of environment where individuals are pushed or forced to buy more than they want. Okay, for example, at present I have 3-4 variety of clothes. Okay, but because of various advertisements and social media influences, now I think, okay, I should buy this dress also, I should buy this dress also, even because I don't need those clothes, but because of this marketing and everything, I am buying those clothes and I don't need those clothes. So this is called aggressive consumer culture. People keep on buying things, people keep on accumulating things. Okay, so now we have just discussed the concept. Okay, now let's write randomly 3-4 points which comes in your mind related to aggressive consumer culture. Okay, so first of all, I will discuss a very good example of fast fashion industry. What is this? So how fast fashion industry is related to aggressive consumer culture? See, the brands like H&M, the brands like Shein, what do these brands do? They create they create a collection, a micro collection. So in brands में क्या होता है? They will create a micro collection, है ना? So they will create micro collection on daily basis, weekly basis, yearly basis. So what they are saying that now we have limited deals, we have limited collection. So what do youths will think? Okay, we have to follow the fashion trends, and it is creating a fear of missing out. It is creating FOMO, and we have to buy these clothes. So now people keep on buying the things. People keep on accumulating the things. People will buy all these dresses. Because they have, according to these brands, it is limited collection, and after 3-4 days, people won't be able to buy them. Okay, so this is one example of aggressive consumer culture. Now, let's discuss second very good example of instant delivery apps. Instant delivery apps. See, just imagine, you just had your lunch, okay, and now after lunch, you started your work, okay, you are doing something on your phone, you started your work, and now comes a notification or pop-up from Swiggy or Zomato. And now you think, okay, just I had my lunch, but I can eat these food items like rasgulla, gulab jamun, these all things. Now I can have no problem. You just had your lunch, you are not hungry. But because of these advertisements and notifications, and because of easy availability, even in 10 minutes you can get what you want. So because of these instant delivery apps, you get these things in 10 to 15 minutes. So you buy those food items. Okay. Also, very good example of the flash sales. What are these flash sales? These big billion day, these Diwali sales, these are flash sales, right? Even if you don't need some food, some clothes or utensils or anything like shoes, but even if you buy even after that, because heavy discounts are being provided. Okay, so what we discussed? First, we discussed about the fast fashion industry. We discussed about the instant delivery apps. We discussed about the flash sales. Okay, so see, please note the keywords which I am writing. See, what I can relate with instant delivery apps, it is the instant gratification, right? Because through these instant delivery apps, you are able to satisfy your taste buds. Okay, so it is providing you the instant gratification, and it is very good example of aggressive consumer culture. Okay, now coming to third very good example about the smartphone updates. Smartphone updates. See, what these companies do, no, ये companies एक minor सा modification कर देंगी software में, and after that they will launch a new model of that phone. And now, अगर आपका existing phone सही work कर रहा है, even after that you will think, okay, I should buy this phone under peer pressure or social pressure. Okay, so now you will buy your new phone. So what is this? You are keeping on accumulating things, and it's not like it's for you. It's for for the society to show. It's for the social status. So you will buy these smartphone. And a very important term here I would like to discuss is the planned obsolescence. What is this planned obsolescence? Deliberately, the companies will create such kind of products that over a period of time, आपको उनकी requirement ही नहीं होगी. Over a period of time, they will become outdated. So this is called planned obsolescence. Okay, and one more important thing I would like to discuss here is a very important term you can use in your answers is the liquid modernity. Liquid modernity, where your values, your identity is not fixed. It depends on what you consume, what you wear, what kind of social values you like. So this is liquid modernity. See, here also a very general example you can see on Instagram or YouTube is about the Stanley Cup. Stanley Cup. ये एक just water bottle है, it's just a water bottle. But what people are doing, what companies are doing, companies are creating artificial scarcity of this water bottle. और एक इंसान को एक ही वाटर बॉटल चाहिए, but people are buying 5 bottles, 10 bottles. Why? No, they are buying to set their mood. They are buying to match their clothes. And what is this? It's not you. It's not original you. But you are doing this because of the social media influencers. You are doing this because of digital marketing. So you understand? This is fluid modernity. Your values, who you are depends on what you are seeing, what you are wearing, or what you are buying. Okay, so these 3-4 are very good examples because you have to justify your answer, no? So these kind of examples you have to give, that this is aggressive consumer culture. Because of aggressive consumer culture, impulsive buying is being promoted. Because of this, digital marketing, social media influencers, advertisements, a sense of FOMO is created. That we are lagging behind in fashion, or we are lagging behind in modernity, or we are lagging behind in what we are wearing or what we are having. So because of this, people tend to do impulsive buying and they tend to accumulate clothes or anything. Okay, so in this way we have discussed that what all things can come under aggressive consumer culture. So now we have discussed what all came in our mind. Now let's discuss a proper framework. So see about the introduction. So you don't have to think much about the introduction. Any question on globalization, आप globalization की definition लिख दीजिए, that's it. Okay, so what is globalization? We have already discussed. It connects the world, the countries become interdependent, that's it. Now coming to body part. So you have to understand what the body is asking. First of all, you have the question is asking your opinion. The question is not giving you the fact that globalization leads to aggressive consumer culture. Now give the examples. No. Question is saying, do you think? You have to give the opinion. Whether do you think yes or no? You have to provide the opinion that globalization results only. See, please focus on this word only, because even in prelims, if you see the word only, you read the statement once again. So here also you have to read that whether it leads only to aggressive consumer culture. Okay. So we discussed that yes, it leads to aggressive consumer culture. We discussed 3-4 points, but it's not only, because there is other side of the story also. Because see, whenever you read the topic of globalization, आप positive and negative points दोनों पढ़ते हो, right? That globalization has done these kind of negative things, but it has led to development of society, technology diffusion, these all things. So see, the theme remains same. These all points are from your notes only. Just you have to understand that how you have to relate it with globalization. So let's discuss the other part of the story, that is positives of globalization. So you will write a line that it's not like globalization only leads to aggressive consumer culture. There are some positive aspects also. Okay, so one positive aspect, very good example is of the IT industry or BPO sector. So see, अगर ग्लोबलाइजेशन नहीं होता तो IT इंडस्ट्री और BPO इंडिया में कैसे डेवलप होता? See, the countries, what they did, countries ने अपना काम आउटसोर्स किया, और जब उन्होंने अपना काम आउटसोर्स किया, it led to the development of IT industry and BPO sector in India. That's as simple as that. So it led to the development of jobs. It led to the rise of middle class. So this is the positive point, right? What is the second important point of globalization? I think the same points will be in your notes only, because in notes you write like this only, positives of globalization, negatives of globalization. So I am sure the second point will be in your notes, and that is the technology diffusion. Okay, so because of globalization, technology came in all the sectors. Okay, for example, talking about agriculture. In agriculture, you use drones, right? In agriculture, you use sensors. In agriculture, you use precision agriculture. So it's not Indian. Obviously, now India is developing all these things, but it came from foreign countries, right? So it is because of globalization only, right? For example, IT industries use Amazon Web Services. IT industries use Google Cloud. Also, IT industries use GitHub. So these are not Indian products. These generated in abroad only, but we are using all the other countries are also using. So why it is because of globalization only. Okay. Third important thing what we can discuss is the healthcare sector. So in healthcare sector also you can discuss very good example of COVID-19 vaccine, because all the countries collaborated to develop vaccine for COVID-19, right? So these all kind of examples, see these are examples of globalization only, positives and negatives only. Just you have to relate with aggressive consumer culture. And fourth point you can discuss about the social upliftment also. So social upliftment, what all the initiatives or movements coming in news, you can relate that. For example, a very common #MeToo movement, you can relate. #MeToo movement. So it was related about the rights of women only. So these kind of things you can write in the answer of globalization. Okay. So just the thing is you have to keep the answer balanced. First of all, you will define the globalization or give some kind of intro. Then you will write that yes, it is leading to aggressive consumer culture, but then you will say no, but there is other side of the story also. Then you will justify this thing, and finally you will write the conclusion. So see, conclusion is also very easy, because the question is asking only one dimension, that whether globalization leads to this or not. So you can easily say in the conclusion that globalization is not unidirectional. It is a multidimensional phenomena, and in any multidimensional phenomena, there will be positives and there will be negatives. Okay, so this is the case, that though it leads to aggressive consumer culture, but it has led to many other positive things also. That's it. So this will be the conclusion of your answer. Okay, so please write your structured answer. I am giving you 7 minutes. Pause the video and write your answer, and then we shall be discussing the detailed answer. Okay. So, starting with the definition itself, what does globalization mean? So it means connected and interdependent world. Simple definition of globalization. See, all the examples which I have discussed now are in the answer only. I will just revise through it. So first we are saying that yes, it leads to aggressive consumer culture. So the example of fast fashion industry like the Shein, Zara, H&M. So because of them, kya ho raha hai? It is creating the trend chasing. And it is creating a sense of urgency that we have to keep updated as per the latest fashion trend, and it is creating FOMO, especially among the youth. Okay, so these all are the things. So what does it lead to? It leads to overconsumption, obviously, because it leads to environmental waste, because after 1 month or 2 months you are discarding what the purse you have, you are discarding what the dress you have. So obviously it is leading to environmental wastage only. Okay, now coming to the second example which we have discussed about the smartphone upgrade culture. So it creates pressure to upgrade even when existing phone works fine. We already discussed this thing. Okay, now coming to instant delivery and e-commerce festivals. So see, these flash sales we discussed about the Big Billion Days, about the Diwali sales. So what they do, because of this, the consumers are encouraged to do the impulsive buying. अगर आपको कोई प्रोडक्ट नहीं भी चाहिए है and big billion day is coming, you will buy that product. Okay, and very good example I would discuss here is of Diwali. See, दिवाली में बेसिकली क्या है, मेनली आपको घर में दिए जलाने चाहिए, right? But because of this big billion day and Diwali sales, you will keep on buying products. You will keep on buying products to decorate your house. Okay, so this is example of impulsive buying. Now, coming to the positive aspect. What is the positive aspect? So we already discussed about the job creation, the IT boom and BPO boom in India. So it rapidly grew because of the outsourcing work, right? Now coming to second point, that is better access to technology and innovation. So we already discussed that because of globalization, technology came in every sector of India. It can be the smartphones, or it can be the e-commerce or digital payments. These are because of the e-commerce only. Now coming to a very good point, that is poverty reduction. See, why poverty reduction? See, because of globalization, the countries opened up for trade, and countries like China and Vietnam have benefited a lot because of global trade. So it has lifted millions out of poverty because of making themselves global manufacturing hubs. Now, coming to improved social awareness. So, as we already discussed about the #MeToo movement. So, in this way, because of internet and these all things, social awareness can be spread. And last point is the better healthcare and medicines. So, we already discussed about the point of COVID-19. Okay, so these are some of the positive points. And obviously, in the conclusion, you can write that globalization is not the unidirectional force. It is the multidimensional phenomena. So, it will be having both positive and negative things. Okay, so this is how you will frame your answer. So, a basic introduction, 2 points in the body, and finally the conclusion. So, in this way, you will sum up your answer. So, that's it for this answer. Thank you.